Hi, this is Jeff Lesher with What's the Point? And we are going to triple down on conflation today in pursuit of making better decisions because we must. Now, the conflation is going to sound bizarre at the beginning. It's going to make sense in just a couple of minutes. Cicadas, napalm, Tulsa, and noise. So that's four things, but it's really three elements. Cicadas, rarity. If we only had one chance every 17 years to do something, to make a momentous decision, to take action that made a significant difference, and ideally a positive difference, how would we treat that opportunity? Or what would that rarity or scarcity of opportunity cause us to do that we might otherwise rush by? Tulsa and napalm are examples of depravity, of making decisions based on the wrong things in the wrong measure to do the wrong thing, and the destruction of a community and generations of people that flowed from it. And I'm making this video on the 100th anniversary of the destruction of Greenwood in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Destruction that was led by a mob of white citizens based on a lie about behavior of a black man towards a white woman. And it's disgraceful to say the very least, destroying again a community and generations of opportunity and the chance at equity as a result. And napalm, which is wonderfully addressed in the book by Malcolm Gladwell called The Bomber Mafia, one of the two books over my shoulder, was one of two military technologies developed during World War II. It was very different in its genesis and very different in its application, and frankly revealed very different mindsets on the part of the leaders who championed both, napalm being one and Curtis LeMay being really the bad actor, the soulless killer of tens of thousands of people using a virulent gel substance that catches everything and everyone on fire in its wake. Its purpose is to destroy, to eviscerate. And bomb sighting technology that the Army Air Corps was developing and using to be more precise and therefore more humane, or at least less wholly destructive in the execution of war. So it was still war, there was still killing, there was still destruction, but it was more targeted and it was essentially safer. It achieved the intended outcomes. Daniel Kahneman, the Nobel laureate, and his co-authors explore noise in their book, Noise. And while some of the intellectual components of the argument are frankly beyond my grasp, the essence really looks at why we or people make different, often very different decisions based on the same set of facts or information or input. And that in addition to bias, noise is the answer. A lot of it tracks with some of the research that Dan Pink did in his book, When, that certain circumstances cause people who, again, have the same information and the same responsibility to make very different decisions, as Curtis LeMay did versus the generals overseeing the Army Air Corps. How you use whatever technology at your disposal. The people who destroyed part of Tulsa, same thing. So if we rolled all this up into this opportunity to treasure the moment that we have to make decisions, what would we do? What biases would we challenge? What information would we gather? How would we weight that information? What other voices would we include in the discussion so that with the appreciation of a cicada, we would take advantage of that relatively rare opportunity to make a huge difference? We're going to make a difference either way. Are we going to make a good difference or a bad difference? Our hope is that we choose to make a better difference, and that by taking the time to assess the options, to recognize where and what is causing noise and how to turn that volume down in order to make consistent and consistently better decisions, is and should always be the point.